last week you guys had finished up the mission for the city you're in, which is Kaer Konig, and you went and handled that outpost for the Dwargars, brought those items back, came came back to the town and got sloshed. So, um, so now you guys have done the mission over in Bremen and the mission in Kaer Konig. And I believe you guys were going to decide where you were going to head to next. I'll go ahead and pull up the overall map so you can have a little recap of the towns and where you're at and everything like that.
We just
Okay.
assume for the sake of expediency that I've already gotten my rope back from the tavern guy.
I believe, yeah, I believe you guys have everything on you. I
So-
don't think you guys
Yeah,
need to go
cool.
pick anything up. I'm
We're
pretty sure.
currently in Kaer Konig.
Right, you can see the little circle right here.
When I talked to the dragon or the shop owner, they said that the nearest big town, I think he said was Bremen,
No, Bryn Shander.
Renshander,
hmm
and we've already been
That's a
to.
while away.
You have not
Care-
been to
oh.
Care. You have not been to Care Denival. We didn't have like the proper layout of the map, and I was gonna like makeshift one. Then we started, and then I found this, and I put this in, so that we can actually have a proper layout. That's why you guys have been to Bremen and Kaer Konig, even though they're on opposite sides. Kind of just is what it is at this point. 'Cause I was gonna put those like next to each other, and I picked the wrong cities, I guess. So
We could follow up on that tip we got inside the last mission where the frozen ferry in East Haven to meet Dearth. We could follow up on that.
You want to go to East Haven, and then I eventually want to go to Renshander to check out the stuff.
I mean, we might as well check out Care Denival.
Yep.
And
so, yeah,
then we can
you
go down.
guys have to go through
Yeah, it's on the
Kaer
way.
Denival
Yeah.
to get down to this four-way, where you guys
Yep.
can
Well,
choose to go to
do we
East
wanna
Haven,
s-
Goodmead, or Bryn Shander.
Do you want to stop in Kaer Denival, or do we just want to go straight through?
We should probably stop and check it out while we're there. I mean, might as well.
Might as well.
Yeah,
Alright.
I agree. I said let's
Kaer
go
Denival
down
to
Kaer
East
Denival,
Haven,
East
then.
Haven, then Brenchander.
Yep, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Like a good
Okay.
plan to me.
So you're gonna go to two different cities and think nothing's gonna change. I like it.
Pretty much.
We like to think. We like to be optimistic.
Gonna go to these towns, be like, "Hey, how's it going?" They're gonna be like, "All is well. Move along."
Yeah, no. Nothing happens here in Care Denival ever, really.
Nothing ever happens.
But yeah, so that's your layout.
No,
That's what you guys
All
are
about
gonna.
the fact that
We're finishing the long rest, and yeah, you guys are pretty much ready to wake up and do whatever it is that you need to do. You do have your little Drake, Lily, and the pseudo dragon is still in the room with you, Via.
I'm still like bundled tightly. I'm probably not waking up. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm assuming she's out like a light, so gonna let her sleep for the evening. Or
Oh,
the
I'll
morning,
take
I
the-
guess, sleeping.
I'll take the Drake for a walk. Good Drake, come on, walkies, walkies.
You have control over the Drake, right? Yeah.
However, real quick before we head out, I want to take I did pack up scale mail armor when we were at that fortress, so I want to take that over to Lily because I think I remember her eyeing that when we were there.
Well, you got movement on your token.
Yes,
Feel free
thank
to
you.
do whatever you'd like to do.
Oh yeah, do we
There's
we
a
want
nice
to divide up the
open-
rest of the loot?
There's a nice open foyer over here.
Well, Via's the one who had like inventory and all that, so until she regains consciousness again, I think we're gonna have to wait on that.
Yeah.
Let's
So I
be
guess I'll-
honest, she's probably dead by now.
Yeah.
Like all
Well,
the
I-
dead she drank.
Choke
Well,
on her own vomit at this point.
I checked real quick. I think she still had I think she still had a pulse, so I think we're alright.
I'm sorry. What is happening here?
What is that?
I'm adding a rug.
Flying carpet. That's
Because
plain.
you guys are doing stuff, so I'm just doing stuff.
We're
Yeah.
renovating as we're like walking around.
It's always been here.
You're laying the
I feel like it's a mimic.
I feel like it's a flying carpet that will take us to wherever he wants us to
It
go.
was just a big
Carpet
open
mimic.
room, and I was like, put something on it.
Yeah, I imagine like even though he was drunk, Rock would probably be up. Like he would feel shitty, but he'd be like, "Oh, good morning. It's morning. Shit."
Via
that's tough.
struggles to wake up even if she's sober.
Rock will probably hear like a thud as Anira wakes up and literally lands head first on the floor, falling off the
Just
bed.
finally
Back to
falls
unconsciousness.
off.
Extra hangover.
I'm gonna. Before I head out, I'll unbind Via. That way, whenever she wakes up, she can freely move around.
Fair enough.
Anira grumbles and is like comes out slowly, but is like glaring at the world, and is very
Ah, Nira,
obviously
you're
in
alive.
a bad mood. She
Look,
just
it is
glares at
morning.
Rock.
Oh, hey.
Laura sees they're really hungover. She was like, God, everybody. At the top of her lungs.
Sombra, how is
going
Via?
to-
Does she need a lesser restoration or something?
Well, she hasn't moved since I set her down to bed last night, so perhaps giving her a quick look over might be for the best.
Ah, yes, I'll go have a look. Yeah, I'll
Have
go.
you-
I'll go head up into the room here to make sure
Okay.
Via's alive. Can I do like a
I
medicine
think-
check or something?
Her little dragon
okay,
thing was
wait,
still.
so
Her
hold
little
on, hold
dragon
on, hold
thing's
on.
there, still there, so I
Wait.
think that's a good
Rock,
sign.
as
Oh,
you walk
wait.
in, you see the little pseudo dragon just kind of sitting next to Via on the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you're sitting up, right?
Yeah, I'm on the floor. I'm just on the floor and Chet is just on the bed, kind of like staring down at me, and I'm just kind of like like just like a very long drawn out groan that just keeps on going for like a good minute.
Yeah, I'll give you the once over here. See if you're okay. Ah, 21.
Uh,
21 to see if I'm okay.
she's alright, just a little hungover. She's...
I would have just gotten a bucket of
Ah,
water.
you-
It would have done the same
You will
thing.
live, Via. It is good. It is good to feel the hangover. Enjoy this moment. This is when you feel alive. Rock
I'm
is
not
gonna say,
enjoying it. I don't feel alive at all.
"Ha ha!
While
For
you're-
tempo!" She'll yell at you and then just leave.
Stop screaming.
While you're
Just throw her in a pillow and
while
drag her
you're
out.
talking, the pseudo dragon is just gonna like hop on Via's head and then hop on the ground,
Like
a step stool. Like it's.
That's not helping. You could have used the
she will be
pillow or
fine.
something. Ugh.
She will be fine later today.
Anira, glaring at the world, just turns around and goes downstairs.
She's gonna call for her pillow and gonna get on it begrudgingly and is gonna pat a space next to on her pillow for Chet.
I like how we all line up at the stairs. That's awesome.
Chet's,
Well, I mean, we head down. we
Ready
head
to go!
downstairs. It's just I don't have the choice of
Ready to go.
what screen I can
Chet's
feel.
just gonna look at you and stay on the floor, and he'll just walk with you.
Oh, come on. Alright, whatever. Okay, going over here.
The reluctant friend.
I'm not sure friend is the word I would use to describe him, but sure.
You do have
Companion,
control
the
over
reluctant
Chet, so you
companion?
can bring him with you. But alright, so you guys are heading downstairs. Why
Hey,
did
did they take our table?
it not? Why didn't this change scenes? Why isn't this doing anything?
Oh no, I'm on the different scene.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
at
my
the-
the
Downstairs.
my player page wasn't like updating. It was weird.
Oh.
But yeah, so as you guys come downstairs, it's a pretty basic morning here in the tavern, and you know, yes, you see a table of people eating some breakfast, and you guys can take a seat over there, and they'll start heading over to you. There we go.
Via's just gonna have her head kind of on the table.
Anira as well.
Rock's just like, I will need eggs and sausages. and toast, and something with bread, and more something with
You know, I
grease.
hear that one way to cure hangovers is drinking another beer.
Yep.
Ah, that's not a bad idea either.
Hair of the dog.
Good morning, you all. I see some of y'all slept better than others. Well, how can I help you this morning?
I need
the
sausages,
Cure. I need the cure.
sausages, eggs, toast, bacon. Give me
Coffee and
everything.
porridge or something light.
Alright, so a round of coffee and a pretty much a standard breakfast for everybody. And I heard that we want a cure over there on the right. You there with your head on the table. Okay, well, I'll just
and
go
a
get that.
fish, a raw fish for my thing. Okay.
Okay, I'll be sure to get some fish for your little new pets. And is that what you want as well? She'll look at Anira.
Anira doesn't respond.
Okay, well, regular food for the lady for the first time. Alrighty. And she'll head off.
This
She'll
is gonna go
say
over well.
something.
At this point, once the waiter walks away, Sombra's gonna say, "Oh, Lily, I forgot. I wanted to give you this," and she'll take the scale mail armor and slam it on the table as loudly as she can.
The table of people next to you are all going to, like, you'll hear the clattering of their silverware, and if you look over, all four of them just looking at y'all with them scowl on their face. And then they just turn around and go back to their food.
I think I remember you eyeing this, so perhaps you might make good use of it.
It's
I'll
the
just slide the
standard
armor
scale
over.
mail, correct?
Yeah, I think just standard. Nothing special as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at the menu and I can close it. Thank you.
I'm gonna assume that chat probably reminds me of this because I'm not gonna remember it either way. Or Bia at least is not gonna remind. So just probably role playing that real fast. Chat probably reminds me of the fact I have a +1 sword, and I was like, oh shit, yeah. And then she'll kind of look through her inventory and just pull out a sword and just put it on the table. I found this thing.
Excellent. Then I guess things Sombra will pick it up because he doesn't know that it's the magical yet. So does it look like any special at all, or does it just look like a regular sword?
It
But
has a bit of a sheen to it, which is kind of, if you want to do an Arcana check, you can do that, so we can describe it better according to what you're looking at.
I'm seeing you.
Or you can just ask Bia about it.
That's an
With
11.
an 11, I mean, it's got a nice sheen to it, and it feels like a very nice, sharp sword.
Oh, thank you. I'll see if I can put it to good use. And she'll just kind of like find a spot to put it, or she'll lean it against the table. I guess I don't think Sombra brought all of their shit down just yet.
Alright, so
You okay over there?
Has a +1 longsword now, and
I
a
don't-
regular longsword.
I don't know. I feel like I need.
Sorry.
Anira starts like muttering under her breath, going like, "These damn
Anira,
outsider
did I
drinks."
throw something at you?
She'll become a bad
Anira's at that her head snaps up and like her eyes are slits as she glares at Via, remembering the moment where her and feeling the twinge of pain on her face.
Whereas you'll see
I
like an
think I
expression
did.
of childlike glee cross Rolk's face as he remembers how hilarious it was to watch the two smallest members fight. He's like, "Oh yes, oh that's right.
Smallest
You did
members.
throw you threw the thing, and then oh that was so good."
Rock is being too loud, so Anira's gonna take an empty wooden mug and hit him on the head.
Alright, as you guys were roughhousing, the lady did come and drop everyone's coffee off and put the cure in front of Via and is giving a fish to the Drake. And she also dropped one off for the pseudo dragon. And she's gonna say, "Oh, the rest of the food will be out shortly."
Thank you.
What is the cure?
It's like a thing for hangovers. Don't worry about it.
It
I'm
is in the
fascinated by
drinks
this.
menu, I believe. That should be in the
Oh.
thing. Do you not have the drinks menu?
I'm sure I do. I'm sure I must.
She is going to drink her cure.
It
Yay!
should be in the notes section.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a classic Bloody Mary.
Cute.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a
Nice.
Chet, what do you think about this? Alright, hold on. How do you feel emotions?
silly question. You'll hear in your head.
I mean, I feel your emotions sometimes. I remember getting angry when you got angry. I don't know, but like, do you do that?
Do I feel anger?
No, I mean, like, do you feel if I were to get angry, would you get angry?
Depends on the reason.
Okay. This is just kind of a one-sided emotion thing. Alright, yay.
She'll be back with, everyone's gonna have a plate put in front of them that just has a classic scrambled eggs, couple pieces of sausage, couple bacon, and put it down around you.
Ah, perfect.
There's a couple potato wedges for your start.
Anira lifts her head just enough to like set her chin on the table and look at the food in front of her, and she just glares at it for a minute.
I do hope you all enjoy your food, and let me know if there's anything else I can get you. She's gonna go hang out over here for a moment. She's gonna start cleaning some glasses.
The blue circle is our AC, right?
What was?
Hmm?
I don't think that question was for us. Anyone want to discuss anything?
Anira's gonna sniff the food weirdly before munching on a sausage.
Okay.
And she'll like scrunch her nose a little bit because it's not, it's a little too cooked for her preference.
Too cooked.
Too good.
I like
Was
it.
there anything specific that we were looking to do in East Haven and Caer Dineval, or are we just going to explore while we're past it? Or
East
Does
Haven, we
anybody
had that.
know...
was it East
Oh.
Haven? Not East Haven. Sorry. Damn it, I gotta search up the map.
I must find stronger opponent.
Does anybody know wood carving?
No.
No.
Okay.
The first city
Alright.
we're stopping by, we don't have anything specific.
It's a
I
crazy-
know
It's
how
just on
to.
the way.
I know
Okay.
how to do this, and she picks up a wooden mug and throws it at Via.
Ah!
Not wood carving, but wood
my
throwing.
nose!
I have to roll to hit for that because you're hungover.
I mean, we can
Oh
roll,
my
we
God.
can roll for it if they feel like they need it. But I mean, a monk throwing
Nah, it's
something.
too late. I already roleplayed out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna say
he's
a
hating.
monk throwing something against someone
Oh.
that's stuck on the pillow. I don't know if
Oh.
they're gonna dodge.
Oh, I
that.
think you broke my nose! Ah! Oh!
Anira just shoves another sausage in her mouth.
Ah! Does it look bad? As she looks over to Sombra and her nose is bleeding.
Oh lord.
is it bad?
No, you're fine. Just like tilt your head back and hold the spot in your
Okay,
nose.
alright.
Laura's just sipping her coffee and she leans over to Lily and say, I got 5 gold on Via.
Anira, hearing that, is gonna turn to her and take Rolk's mug and throw it at her.
Oh lord.
Laura just catches it, boop, puts it down.
I'm gonna need you to roll off against me for that. To catch it.
Idly cutting Nick.
19.
Everything.
Ooh.
Alright,
What?
you catch it.
That'll be the best roll I have all night, but yeah, it's to catch a mug.
Yeah, it's good thing we use it now.
To not get your nose to bleed.
The keeper's gonna come back. Ma'am, please stop throwing our items around the tavern.
And Aaron's gonna throw a sausage at her.
Oh
You're gonna
god.
get us thrown out.
She's gonna lean
Like-
forward and just grab a nearest plate. You're still paying for this. And she's just gonna leave with the plate.
Wait, can I get a rag?
Okay, I got you covered. I got you covered. I'll do some
Ugh.
It's fine. Anira's gonna grab one of Rock's pieces of sausage and eat it.
Okay.
I'm going to need more breakfast than this. Here you go, and he'll share with you happily.
She just grunts and like thanks before, and then turns her attention to glaring at the coffee sitting in front of her, because she remembers it from the first night, and she's trying to decide whether or not it's worth trying again.
I says it's not so bitter when you put a little bit of sugar or milk in it, like I do.
She'll take that suggestion and put like a little bit of cream in it, and then try drinking it, and then she again scrunches her nose.
You should put more cream in it. Ugh.
I imagine she put like one drop and thought that was good.
Gets this dropper out. Boink.
Puts another drop into it, still cringes, and then gives up on it.
It's the only way to find out how much cream you like in your coffee. So,
Yeah,
it's
you
not-
gotta try it.
One drop at a time.
Yeah.
Yep. Get a
I mean,
medicine
in
drop
real life, I prefer my coffee black.
Depends on the coffee. I like some black, but
Oh no, I like them dark black and bitter.
alright.
But
She's-
Anira
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
like it, so she's going to push the cup away from her and just keep munching off of the plate Rolk has offered her.
She'll come back and she'll see a couple plates are empty and start collecting. And I hope you all enjoyed. If you would like, you can pay your tab whenever you're ready. It's only gonna be 3 silver and 4 copper.
Oh yes, yes, that's no problem. I got this.
Where
Oh,
am
thanks,
I?
Rock.
Let me just go drop all these off, and then I'll come collect. And y'all are free to go.
Ah, thank you.
Oh,
It was very
okay.
bit of it I got. Yeah, I'll probably just like leave 5 silver on the table for her. So there's a little tip there.
Alrighty. Well,
Yippee.
that's quite generous of you. 5 silver. Oh, that definitely covers the tab and some. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and may Oro be peaceful during your journeys.
Anira
Yep.
sneers and just gets up and goes outside.
Before you take off, what color is the lamp right now?
Oh wait, that's me. I'm gonna take up the lantern right here.
Take up the lantern.
Oh, I meant Allie, the
Oh,
color.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I
Not
know.
not the other
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah. Well, the lantern you'll find it's hanging outside, and we have it yellow right now. It should be able to let people know that we're open and open for business this fine morning.
Oh, thank you.
thank you. Via's gonna reach over and pick up Chat and put him on her lap because you know snow and all that. He's very tiny.
He'll allow it.
Okay, I guess we're going.
Alrighty. So you guys head on out, and you are
Yeah.
still in Karakonik, but here you go. Yeah, you guys,
Are we walking or taking a wagon, or what are we doing?
it's a,
Oak wagon.
it's a
Can I
2-hour
sell?
walk.
Can I sell the thing first, since there's
Yeah.
no use for it?
Yeah,
over
if you
here.
want. Frozen Expeditions right here.
Okay,
What?
Frozen Far Expeditions. Via's gonna go over and she's just gonna be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Oh, it's you again. Well, it's going pretty well, I'd have to say.
Me
Yeah.
again? What? Okay.
You guys have been
I-
here multiple. You returned my pearls.
Oh yeah.
Why
well,
wouldn't I
mean,
recognize you, good lady?
Yeah. I mean, that was just you could have just said welcome instead of
I'm probably.
me again. Sounded a
uh,
little aggressive. Anyways,
I
sorry.
apologize for my verbalage of choice.
I never mind. I was just wondering if I could sell this, and she'll take out these wood carver tools.
Ah, a set of tools. Of course you could sell those. Many people like these, especially since most of the time we're cooped up with new hobbies. So, a set of tools like these, I'd be willing to offer 8 silver.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'm not gonna contest that.
Alright, well, here you are. He'll just put 8 coins on the desk, or on the counter, and he'll take the tools and he'll look them over. Well, they're all in good shape. This'll sell fine. Is that all
Yeah,
you needed?
perfect. Yeah, that's all I needed. That was the only thing I could find.
Alrighty. Well then, best of luck out there.
Yeah, you too with your shopping stuff.
Well, thank you.
Well, we might as well walk and give these
It's
two a
kind of
chance
like
to get over
it's
their
kind of
hangover.
like it's kind of like the equivalent of like a shopkeeper telling you, like, what is it? What was the thing? Like, enjoy your meal, and it's like you too.
Yeah. But yeah, so you pass by, you do your sell at the Frozen Far. You guys can keep going and make your way down the trail. So taking you to the trail. Again, it is a
Icewind Trail.
2-hour walk south through here to get the care, and it is a safe travel. So you guys managed to meander on down over 2 hours. Anything you guys want to discuss or do anything during a 2-hour walk through the snowy forest?
I think
Uh,
Rock probably
I-
still feels crappy enough that he'll mostly be not talking.
And near about 30 minutes into the walk is gonna like tug on Rock's pant leg and ask if for a piggyback ride. 'Cause she's too hungover to walk.
Yes, fine, get on.
What were you gonna
Just
say,
climb on.
Sombra?
she's just gonna be looking over the sword, like trying to see the one that you gave her, trying to like I'm guessing eventually figure out that it's +1 magic, and then if it takes 2 hours, one of those hours she's going to spend just like making it my pack weapon,
Oh, your
and
pack
that's
weapon.
and that's that.
I'm gonna be paying attention to the trail because somebody has to.
Yeah, yeah. I
the-
guess some will also stay like in the back, just kind of turning around every once in a while, but mostly focusing on the sword.
Alright, so the pack doesn't come into play yet, but yeah. So your longsword is now going to be a +6 to hit and +5 on the damage.
Yeah.
You do have your standard longsword as well, if that ever comes into play.
Cool beans.
At one point, Via's gonna turn around over to Sombra, and she's probably gonna be like floating backwards, so whatever. But she's just gonna be like, "Hey, so there was something that happened last night, wasn't there? Can we just forget that happened?"
Well, it was just a bit of an exciting night between you and Anira, but for the most part, you're all right.
Alright, yeah, I just, there was the whole thing, and I don't know, I don't want to get into it, but, you know.
Yeah, she just chuckles at this, and she just asks, are you, it's all right, are you feeling okay now?
Yeah, the cure is a little better. It made me feel a little better, and just mostly brooding in my past memories of the whole, thing about it, so I feel like I should be, asking for forgiveness of the party right now. And speaking of which, Anira, I'm really sorry to have thrown that in your face. I honestly really like you. You're a little chaotic, but I otherwise like you. I don't know why I did that.
And Nira just grunts in acceptance of this and that, and she like her demeanor seems like calm a little bit, but like she's too hungover to formulate a proper response right now.
You know, if I could, honestly, I wish I had your ice skin or whatever. It would be so much easier to not have clothes.
You take my clothes?
Well, no, I mean, it would be easier to not wear clothes. You know, I have to wear it because I'm used to the warmer temperatures and everything, but, satyrs and everything, they don't really wear clothes. So me having to, um, change from no clothes at all to a bunch of fur coats and all that is a little uncomfy.
Speaking
No.
of fur coats,
Pretty
sorry,
big word.
Rog, as Anira's on your back, you can feel that the fur that was keeping
Yeah.
you warm is like getting damp,
Ugh.
and so
Anira, you're going to have to walk yourself.
Ah!
Too hard to carry you. You're going to freeze me.
you do start to feel a chill. Feel a chill.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like flump her off into a pile of snow.
And Nira
Like
just slowly sinks and blends in with the snow.
So Lily's been playing. Well, she's been taking snowballs and throwing it at Nyx, and Nyx is chomping on them, catching them
Oh,
in the air.
cute.
And when Via apologized to the group, she just kind of took her probably cold hand because she's been playing in the snow and patted her on the shoulder. Sorry
Uh,
if it's cold.
sorry about that.
Yeah, Laura just says, "Hey, don't worry about it. We've all been there." And then she goes over to the Anira in the snowbank and offers her hand up.
Anira, do you take the hand?
Anira.
Do you do
Oh,
anything?
yeah, I'll take the hand and then I'll reemerge from the snow.
I mean, I'd offer to carry Anira, but I don't think it'd be pretty comfy on the pillow over here, especially with chat already in my lap.
Nah, Anira is fine at this point. She'll just she'll just move on her own, just grumbling the entire way, and like curse, and she verbally curses out um the liquid that she drank the night
Oh, okay.
before and blames it on the quote outsiders and their stupid inventions and how they don't know how to
Well,
make a proper drink.
well,
It seems like we do if it affected you that much.
Alright, after all your shenanigans, you reach the town of Caer Dineval. There's your town. You guys come from this long path up on the north side, and you make your way down. As you make your way down, you notice that it seems like all like the houses and stuff kind of curve to the one side where it goes down to the docks, but to the left of the road are just two rather large structures. One looking like a very large tavern, about 2 stories, and then there's this almost like a small castle at like the top of the hill in this town.
Well, should we check out this tavern-looking thing? Maybe get something to warm us up before we continue on our way?
That's a good
sure.
idea.
I agree.
Just go tavern to tavern. This is the Icewind Dale pub crawl.
Exactly.
Alright.
Tavern,
Yeah.
bad, no.
So y'all go into the tavern?
You don't have to
Yeah, we'll
drink
go.
from there. It's the thing.
I guess the nearest is gonna wait outside.
Alright, well here's the tavern. We're using this one. When you come in, it's pretty much empty. The only one guy in here is looks to be this guy that is mopping the place. And as you guys come in, he'll turn and just, oh, some people. It's been quite some time. Welcome. Quick, go ahead, take a seat. Any of the tables you'd like.
Oh, thank you.
Are you not getting very many visitors here?
No, we haven't had some visitors in a bit. I mean, we have people come and go, mostly for the soup, but
Oh, you have good soup.
yeah, it's pretty much all we have to offer at this time.
And
Very
Nira
well. I will
stays.
try the soup.
Anira stays outside, sitting on the ground, leaning against the wall, and starts doing her prayer rituals and her meditations.
You know
I
what?
lost
Actually,
control
Via
of
will probably
Nick's.
stand outside as well, just in case. Just kind of watching over Anira for protection. Who knows?
Okay.
Mm.
So it's just the four of them. All right. But yeah.
What are we doing here? Are we just trying to get any information, or
Yeah,
seeing what
might as
there's
well.
anything weird going on?
Yeah, it's why is business so bad for you?
Well, first, we have hot chowder. That's the soup that we serve, but we've had some poor business as the beer and spirits have gone dry.
Why is
No
that?
beer.
And no beer. We have some water. You know, gotta have some liquid, but all we really have is water and chowder. So
No tea even?
sorry.
No tea even? Tea, coffee, something like that?
Well, we haven't had a lot of the shipments we used to get. We had a deal with the town down at Good Mead, and they used to give us delivery. That's where we'd get our mead from. And ever since the ferry got frozen over in East Haven, it's been a bit hard to do anything. The worst part is the guy that could fix this place and the issue. He's sick in his tower.
Oh, is that the
He's
care we
sick.
saw coming into town?
Yeah, the care. That's the little castle near the kind of the focal point of these two northern tin towns. And it was built like 400 years ago. It has quite the history, but right now the only person that's up in there is Krennic Slaver. He's the speaker, and he usually can talk to the council, get them to get their asses moving to work for things that these people need. And oh, that ferry is rather important, but he's just, as his messengers put it, he's just too sick to get out of bed.
What ails him?
I think what ails him is a bit of laziness, to be honest, and a little bit of the ignorance on what to actually do. I mean, it's not like he's alone in there. We've seen plenty of people head in there. We're not sure what else going beyond those walls, but it's nothing for the town. That's what I know. Well, you got me on conspiracies and stories. Would you like that chowder?
Yes, I will have a bowl of the chowder.
I will too.
Alright. It's 1 silver per bowl, so I'll bring you out so 4 bowls. Mm.
I will also take one.
Okay. Chowder for Lily.
While I get your chowder, feel free to take a seat, and I'll bring it to your table. I'm sure I'll be able to find you.
Can you give me back control of Nick, please? I don't know why.
You don't have control of Nyx?
Yeah, for some reason I don't have control over here.
It's very strange. And you sound so far away.
Let me see.
Yeah, I can't hear you at all.
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
For why? Let me.
Sounds like
One.
you got a microphone on your webcam, and it's accidentally picking that up. That's what it sounds like.
Weird. I'm using my laptop speakers and mic. So I'm gonna.
So your
Log
laptop
in
has a
on this
mic,
one.
and it's doing that.
There you go. All this means is I get to pet Nick some more, so I'm happy.
Yeah, she chose Laura.
You should have control over Nyx now, though.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yes,
Yes.
so much.
Way. To my phone.
Anira, Via, how long are y'all planning to stay outside before you come in?
I'm gonna stay out here for a little bit longer. I'm just going through prayer rituals that I haven't done.
I'm just staying out here with Anira till she comes back inside.
Okay.
Okay, I can see Nyx.
Anira full on ignores Via as she goes through her rituals, and
She's not trying to be known anyways. She's just there to spectate.
Anira is speaking in a mix of Draconic and Sylvan, going back and forth during her prayer rituals, so she's not in common.
I can hear both of those.
Cool.
Cool.
So I can see Nyx's name, but I still can't move her icon. Before I couldn't even see her name. So there's some improvement.
How's that?
Yep, that's better. Thank you so much.
Your name was on it. I don't even know. I didn't do anything different. I took your name off it, put it back on. That's it.
Weird.
But
Thank
yeah,
you.
the guy comes back out with the 4 bowls of soup, and he's gonna put it around the table. As he puts them down, is your friend over there gonna join you at this one? Or should I just bring it over to you?
Think so.
Do you want to check your soup over here? Sombra, who's muted.
Sombra.
Forgot how to keep fucking moving this damn thing. I'm looking at a different monitor
Oh yeah.
while I'm drawing. 'Cause I forget I gotta move this.
It just helps for the visual. So, but as he's done putting down all the chowders, well, I do hope you all enjoy your chowder. If you need anything, my name is Rourke, and I'm happy to help with answer any questions you may have, or whatever you may need, I guess.
Well,
So,
thank you, Rourke.
Yeah, thank you. What else is there in town other than the tower and this tavern? I saw something to the south there on our map here. I can't remember what the name of it was now.
You speak of Denev's Rest.
Yeah.
That was the town's inn, but unfortunately it's been closed for about a year now.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yes, we've it's been having some struggle time in Caer Dineval. Not even sure how long this town's gonna last. It's part of 10 towns. We're down to if we have 100 people, I'd be surprised.
And it's just the ferry being frozen over that has caused the town to have a hard time, or is there other things going on other than
Well,
the...
it is a key component. It was how we got our supplies, and we don't exactly have a lot of dog sleds in this town, or people that are willing to travel through the forest, given how dangerous it is to go between the towns. Especially with Arl being you never know when she's gonna mess with the weather.
That's very true.
So people prefer to travel by the ferry, and as long as it's not there, what are we to do?
It's stuck in East Haven, you say?
It is stuck over at East Haven. We used to get it all the time, but it's been some time since we've had it, and we've run dry on all the good stuff that we used to sell around here.
Well, you still got good chowder, and Laura, eat some of the chowder.
I appreciate that. It's a good thing. The chowder's the only thing we have left to offer Oral, and so at least the city gets to keep standing.
You have to keep making offerings to Oral.
Well, all the towns do. We all have our own form of sacrifice agreed upon by our council leads for each town.
What was your sacrifice?
We offer food. Cardinal always offers food to Earl. It's all we really have to offer. But perhaps it's made up by those barbaric towns, the ones that surrender their own people.
But calling them barbaric isn't exactly accurate. Even the barbarians don't give up their own people so easily.
It's a fair point. To think barbarians have better morals than those in towns I have to mingle and sell proprietary with. Anyways, enjoy your food, and I do hope that you enjoy it.
Thank you.
And he's just gonna go back to kind of mopping the place.
Doesn't seem
So
much
should
to
we
be
stop
off.
by the care and see what's up with this fella before we head on to East Haven?
If you feel like it is necessary, then yes.
Yeah, probably should. At least find out from his perspective as to why they're not sending anybody.
Yeah, he was leadership of this city, correct? Or this
Yeah.
town?
Yeah, he's the
Yes,
He
speaker.
might have
it was the
might
speaker.
have more information.
Yeah. It's on our way.
All right. Well, he did say if you guys have any questions,
Lily's
so feel
just
free
nodding
to.
along and eating her chowder.
Yeah, Raul could probably just drink the rest of his chowder and then say, okay. Said it was a silver apiece, or what did you say? Sorry.
It's silver piece, so 4 silver total.
All right, I'll drop my silver on the table. 13.
He'll come over, start picking up the empty bowls. Well, I do hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure having some new faces for business. He'll collect the coins and pocket them as he's grabbing the last bowls. If
It
you,
was great to warm us up. Thank you.
of course. Well, if you do plan to head up to the car, then I would love to know the outcome. Is he truly sick, or is he stuck in bed?
What's the difference between truly and sick and stuck in bed mean to you?
Well, if you're stuck in
Reasons?
bed, that's because your legs refuse to get out of it. If you're sick, you have a right to be there.
Fair enough.
Well, take care.
You too.
He's just gonna head in the kitchen with your empty bowls. And yeah, you guys can head on out.
If he
To
is
the
sick,
cairn we go.
perhaps we can look at.
Yeah, if he's sick, we might be able to help. We also might be able to get a reward for unfreezing this ferry if we can.
How do you unfreeze a whole lake?
Yeah, I think that's our worry.
Dynamite?
Right away. Alright. So you guys are just gonna head straight up to the care?
Yeah,
After
Yeah.
we gather
Yeah.
Nira and Via, so I just
Yeah.
leave them behind.
yeah.
Won't,
They'll
won't,
tagging along.
won't be hard to grab them. They're right at the door.
I will see you guys later. Peace.
Yeah, I fill them both in on our conversation as we go up the way. Up the care, so they know what's happened.
At the trail we blaze.
So I guess we just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't have any tokens to put on there, so.
Alright. You guys head up to the care, and here we are. This map is a little strange in style, but all is good.
Okay.
Here
Alright.
we are. Very impressive care.
Oh my goodness, Nick! I keep losing control of Nick's every time we switch maps.
Are you serious right now? Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's no way. Let me go back to here. Let me grab this Nyx. Let me bring him back over.
Okay, the weird thing is, I just accidentally clicked Nyx because I
Holy
was trying to
cow!
click mine, and it moved him, so I had control of Nyx.
Oh my god. Alright, well
Oh,
there
wow.
you go.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Okay, I have.
don't have any more wrong tokens. I don't know what's up with that.
Uh,
I did set this up like a week ago, so
yeah, fair
That's
enough.
fair.
Alright, so yeah, as you guys come up the hill, it is rather quiet other than the sound of the wind rushing through as you make your way up. Then as you go, you see a sturdy stone castle devoid of any warmth and ostentation that squats atop the cliffs overlooking the town. From where you stand, you can kind of see the rooftops of multiple towns with the chimney stacks smoking and such, and you can even see the frozen harbor below. guarding this castle's entrance are the thick, battle-hardened wooden doors that you stand in front of. There are 4 cylindrical guard towers that have wind-worn flags bearing the town's heraldry fluttering above their the tiled roofs. These towers are connected by what looks to be icy battlements and parapets. And on top of the castle walls and within the guard towers, you can even see some torches flickering on the inside.
Laura just marches up, knocks on the door, and says very loudly, "Hello, we're here to talk to you about your fairy's extended warranty."
Tell them if the speaker is sick, I am a healer. I can help.
Nyx was playing in the snow, but then she remembered that Chat's here, so she's trying to play with him again.
Alright, well. Nope. Sorry, not right now. Hold on. Not right now. Thank you.
That's just
Yeah, I'll tell them. I'll be like, I am a healer. I've heard the speaker is sick. I would like to help.
From up top the tower to the left, you just can you? Fine. Oh my god. From up top of the tower to the left, you just hear a man call out. Speaker Chronic Siva is in no need for your heathen rituals.
Ow.
What?
That's just rude.
Heathen rituals.
Nyx is going to investigate where the sound came from.
The top of the
Look, we heard
top of the
we
left
heard about the
tower.
fairy being frozen. We'd like to help. Could we maybe come in?
No, there is no entry into the care today.
What day should we come back then?
Not today. Any day other than anytime soon would be great.
What is so why can't we come in
starts
today?
growling.
What do you even need to be in here? Speaker
wish to
Krennic Siva is too sick to entertain guests.
Then who speaks
he's
to the
too
speaker when
sick.
the speaker is ill?
I'm
I am a
currently
healer.
speaking. And
Then
I've
why
told
don't-
you.
Can I roll perception to see how heavy or big this door is?
Yeah, you can do that. And whenever Rolk, you say that again, and I told you that we do not need your heathen rituals.
Okay. What can I roll to figure out whether this guy is lying?
Well, the people of this town need to hear from their speaker.
You can roll insight, Laura.
Okay.
I rolled a 17 on the door.
On the door. Okay. So this door, giving you a closer look at it, it seems to be held by some sort of mechanism that can raise and lower these these portcullis. That's what these white bars are. So that they can unlock the door themselves, so that they can be opened.
Wait, I'm sorry, that did not connect with my brain.
So it's a
So
it's a big wooden door.
a device here that can be used to open the door.
So there's a big wooden door, and at the top and bottom, you can see portcullises that are, the big iron bars that are used to keep it shut. But you can see that there's a break in the middle, and they kind of overlap, and it's very clear that they're hooked to a mechanism that goes to the inside of the gate that would cause them to open up so that the doors can be opened.
23 on my check.
And that
And
was
what
to
is the
do an insight
what
up.
is the ground made of?
Dirt.
Okay.
Well, I guess there'd be snow on it, but it's just dirt and snow. With an insight, you would know that, with a good insight, the 20-some,
23.
the way I want to put this is that you know that he is trying to keep y'all out in bad faith, if that helps.
All right, so I whisper to the group, "There's something going on here.
Agreed.
He's trying to keep us out. We're
Just like a
not
member of a
quite sure
town guard or
why. I mean,
something.
Yeah, there's no reason why he would keep us out, which means we need to get in.
Can I roll an investigation just to see if there's anything in the surrounding area that might hint to anybody like
Yeah.
tracks or ways to get in?
Yeah, you can go for it.
Okay.
Do we actually see who's speaking, or do we just like hear their voice from the?
You just hear their
Like the
voice.
inside.
They're not showing
Okay.
their face to the sort of like arrow slit that's up there that you can see the torchlight flickering out of.
My first roll of the day was a nat 20. I'm
Yay!
And what
so
were you doing
happy.
with that?
That's fine.
And what-
Investigating to see if there was any way in, or if I can find like tracks that are significant.
There's only the drag marks of the door opening in the front. There doesn't seem to be much of a way in, as these towers, the windows are like a clear like 8 feet high, and they're more like the arrow slits, not actual like opening windows. Unfortunately, this front area doesn't seem to have anything, but if you want to use your 20 to like go around while they're talking to them, that's always an option.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Can I go the opposite way? No.
You guys
Yeah.
can
I'll
do
go this
whatever
way.
you want.
Oh, we get the Scooby-Doo split up.
He's gonna follow me.
I'll sit there and talk to him to keep him distracted. Gosh, we just really want to help. I mean, why be so particular about today? But I just keep on blabbing about stuff to try to keep him distracted. Yada yada
Lily's
yada.
gonna shout back to the
Well,
team that she's gonna help Nyx find somewhere that they can go. She can go to the bathroom, for an excuse. Can I see? Like I have dark vision. I don't know if that matters.
No, you guys are outside. I'm just give me a second. I'm doing
Oh, okay.
I'm doing the nearest side right now because
Okay.
the house is all round. I can't just
Fair.
I don't have round things. Here, let me just.
Are
do it.
there any windows or anything?
All right, hold on.
Oh, Via, I could use you at the front gate to babble. You're better at it than I am.
Oh
doing
yeah,
this.
right. I forgot that that's my whole skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Forgot
just
that's
kind
the
of
whole
nudge Via and
thing
be
that I
like, feel
do.
free to hop in anytime.
Oh yeah, okay. Hi. So we, as it stands, it's obvious that by now. We came here for healing and everything. I know you seem to have some sort of issue with my friend Rolk over here. That's his name, by the way. Also I'm Via. What's your name?
My name matters not, and your presence is unwelcome. I don't know what I'll have to do to convince you to leave, but if you don't leave too soon from now, we will be forced to make you leave.
Well, your name
Oh.
is important because we need to know it so that we can tell all the people of this town and all the surrounding towns who prevented us from healing the speaker.
If you must have a name, then say it is by the power of Levistus.
Levistus, okay.
DM,
Yeah.
do I know who that is as a tiefling?
Hold on. What would y'all know about this?
I almost went for Levistus as my
I actually,
bloodline.
I don't know if the tiefling thing will do it for you, but I will say that Rolk, you're there, right? Listening to
Yeah.
this.
Correct.
Do a religion check.
Okay.
While he does that, I'm in the back of the building with Anira and Nyx. Do I see anything with my 20?
So the back of the area doesn't have like a lot of like holes or nothing. It's a very tall tower all the way around. But these little,
Oh.
the divot right here in this side seems to
Mhm.
have a couple cracks in the wall that perhaps someone with good acrobatics could utilize as footholds.
Okay,
Does
so I'm
Anira see
gonna,
that?
I didn't do good.
I would say
if you
I
tell
would
me
say
about it, then you.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's
I would
true.
say Lily sees it, and then Lily you would see Anira on their way over too. So,
Okay.
Rock, how'd you do?
What's your acrobatics?
Got a 3.
A 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Okay.
got
Well,
this.
then no update on that statement. So yeah, you can tell them that it was the power about it's in the power of the Vistus that no one is to see Seaver until he is back on his own feet. I'd say
And when do you
never
think
heard.
that will be?
when he feels better.
And when do you think
Mira's
he'll
gonna
feel
roll
better?
in acrobatics, I think.
I'm
Have-
gonna roll acrobatics and stealth.
Okay. Roll the acrobatics first, and then we'll do the stealth. And who else is rolling something? Sorry.
I was just saying Anira's gonna roll acrobatics,
Okay.
I think.
Could maybe my being
so-
a paladin give me an idea as to who Levistus is?
Um,
Basic.
I would say that the name is. Oh, as a paladin. You know what? Yeah, you can roll religion as well. That's a good one.
Okay, pray for me.
I got a 16 on acrobatics.
Okay, Anira, you were able
Ugh.
to climb up the wall. It's one of those like sections where it's more just like brick used to connect the tower next to you and the wall next to you, but it's like just like a hallway inside of it. It's not actually as tall as the tower or building next to it. It's just a little connector type of thing. So it's got it goes up about 15, 20 feet. So we'll say 17 feet, and you climb up, and you can just climb into the courtyard area. As it
I'm
cuts
going.
straight into
While
here.
you work to uncover it, I'm gonna turn around and pull out my climber's kit and drop the rope down to pull Lily up.
That's fair enough.
Do I need to roll acrobatics too?
You
Because I
need
mean,
to
I got a
roll.
+5
You need to roll
modifier.
athletics to climb a ladder, or to climb a
Athletics.
rope.
All
All right. Sorry, and someone else was doing a different check.
Slumber was I rolled a 1, which gave me a 4, which is a 1 higher than Rolk's.
All right.
So-
So yeah, I mean, I would say that for both of y'all, the name came off as familiar, but you have no idea where or why.
That's fair.
Lily's gonna look up at Anira and nod and thanks for the climbing gear, but instead attempt to climb without it using acrobatics because I have a bigger modifier for that.
Okay. Go ahead
So that's
and.
what I was rolling for.
All right, then go
So I
ahead
got
and do
an 11 plus my 5 modifier.
a 16.
So
All right.
16.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then yeah, you can also make it up.
Okay.
Without using the nearest kit, you use the same little like holes and cracks to get up to the wall connector, and then you guys can see into the courtyard ahead of you.
And Lily's
Anira's
gonna-
gonna turn to Lily and like put a finger to her mouth to be like quiet, and
Mhm.
Anira's going to mutter, You know Draconic, right?
Yes.
She's gonna mutter softly in Draconic and just let you know, be like, hey, let's go to the door. You send Nyx back to the front and have them act like they're leaving, and we can wait for the person to leave the door and open it from the inside.
Okay. Lily's gonna nod without saying anything and wave over at Nyx, who's gonna come running. And she's going to say as quietly as possible, without, while still Nyx being able to hear her. She's going to give those directions, and Nyx is going to gleefully run around the building to go meet her other friends.
While Nyx is running around the building, Anira is going to drop down into the courtyard very carefully using the rope.
You're gonna climb. For the inside of the thing.
Who is the one who can speak Draconic, or who can and can't?
Me
Out of the group.
can.
Rock.
Okay.
Not me, but when I see Nyx running up, I yell, Nyx, did Anira fall in the well?
Nyx is just running circles around everybody, and she just looks over at Via because Via has chat and tells Via what's going on.
As you guys
Oh,
are getting your update,
okay.
he's going to once again call out, "Why are you still here? I've told you that you are not welcome. You need to leave the care premises.
Yeah, okay. I'm terribly sorry, little Levistus, sir. Me and our friends, we just really want to help out the speaker, but it seems that our services are not welcome here. And she's kind of like looking over to the party, like trying to get them to catch up what she's trying to do.
Yeah,
And
Laura
she'll just be like, so we'll just go ahead and leave. And you can keep on doing your wonderful services to the speaker.
Good. That's all he'll say as he lets you leave. That's all he's got. That's all
I'm gonna go ahead and
Good
roll
luck
my
to you.
stealth.
Okay.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Okay. Good stuff.
So I'm going to go ahead and sneak around and peer around the corner of
So
this
I'm gonna
into
go ahead
there.
and tell you this, or I'll give
Yeah.
you the description rather. So I'll let you peer around, which means I'll go ahead and reveal a bunch of things.
Ah! Okay.
That's a lot of dogs.
Laura's gonna continue around the back because she figures if they want us to hide, then there's probably a way in.
So
she
Nira,
goes
with your good stealth, you peer around the corner and you see a full dog sled team in this
Ah.
kind of like open kennel. The kennel doesn't really have like a roof. It has like a almost like a tarp type of roof, but like it's open on the sides, lets plenty of the air in and all that. And you see a little gate on the front side, which is likely how they get out. The dogs are awake and alert. And as you look around, you see that this snowy courtyard is covered in footprints that lead to various doors along the courtyard's perimeter. Many of them coming from the front gate. You even see, there's almost like an unwelcoming row of arrow slits and barred windows on the upper floor as you look up in the main building area. But to the east, east of the double door, is a small single-story building with a slanted snow-covered roof. That would be...
Why is everyone coming around the back?
I don't know. Why not?
That's...
We got
We
kicked out
pretended
of the front.
they pretended to leave.
Yeah. We just
Uh,
And now they're
the back.
sneaking around the castle.
Via at this point is going to be looking up at the fact that there is a large wall that is most likely supposed to be scaled, and she's just gonna kind of be like, huh.
Well, Nyx is standing in front of it, wagging her tail, looking at the rest of the party.
Oh, I
And then
attempt to
she-
scale it. I rolled
I'm
a
not a
19.
really, I'm not a really good climber.
DM, what's the deal with this dude?
Right. He is a child that is asleep.
Aw.
Alright.
I rolled a 19
Well-
to climb that wall, DM.
19 to climb the
Alright.
wall with acrobatics. That is good. Yeah, you can do that without the kit. Wait, is the climber's kit there, or are you using athletics?
I left the rope there.
Okay, so are you using athletics or acrobatics? Because those are your two options.
I was using acrobatics because I have a higher score on that.
All right.
I'm
We'll
not
go
a
for
very
athletic.
good-
You did
I'm
it.
not a good climber. I don't know if I could get up here.
All right.
I could probably carry her.
If you want, it will be a disadvantage, which you
Okay.
rolled the same
I
thing
rolled
twice.
Double 15s.
So, um, with
Nyx
Via,
is-
are you gonna climb on Sombra's back?
Yeah.
Okay. Chet's just going to fly up and over. And I imagine the Drake will do the same.
Well, Nyx
Yeah, I'll
doesn't
try,
have wings yet.
Oh, Nyx doesn't have wings yet. What you can do with Nyx?
I rolled. I wasn't sure if she has a modifier. But without a modifier, I rolled a 16. Does
Oh.
a 16 scale the wall?
Oh, well, 16 plus insurance. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that'll do it.
Got
Okay,
a nat
so Nyx
20
is
from
gonna
athletic.
Okay.
And
Nyx
well,
is gonna-
Nira is currently eyeing the doorway, but she turns around to look to check back in with Lily and sees that these weirdos have scaled the wall and realizes that her entire plan of going to open the door was ridiculous, and so she just comes back.
Well, before
Next-
we
That's a really good
finish,
idea.
before you finish though, um, tucked into this northwest the north. Oh, you're not at the northwest corner. Never mind. So yeah, you got a door here. You got a set of stairs here that lead to a hallway that'll take you to. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a hallway. That leads you to the top of the wall where you can kind of just look out over the wall.
Alright. I'm gonna sneak over to this door and see if I can hear anything on the other side.
Uh, perception.
Nyx
Oh.
is standing here and looks up and starts wagging her butt, and then makes a leap and manages to climb up.
All right.
That's a 21 on perception.
Everyone was successful. And you said it was 21 perception? Yeah, you do hear a few voices inside.
Can I tell what they're saying?
They are speaking. What language are they speaking? Do you speak that language, Anira? I don't think you do. But
What language is it?
if
I have 4.
Yeah, I know. Oh
Okay.
my god, here are.
Well,
What
Anira
language
can
is
just
it?
let the rest of the party that know that they're talking, but she doesn't understand them, and then
Yeah,
one of
she
us with
does.
more languages
Yeah.
can go over.
She does not understand them.
Do
So-
we have?
Okay.
Is there a climbing kit on the other side to go down?
There's a rope on both sides.
There's a rope on. Okay, cool.
If one of you, Anira's gonna whisper up in Elvish, to Alara and be like, "Hey, pull up the rope from the other side."
Okay, so we pull up the rope and we put it down the other side for the climbing kit. I just wanted to make sure people had a way down.
enough.
Well, I don't know why everyone's coming down right now, but okay.
We might as well. There's nowhere else to go. I got
Well,
17 to climb down.
there are other places we could go. Okay.
Well, I'm seeing nothing but black on either side of us in this little skinny bit. Are we like
Just
on the
the
roof or
spirit
something?
sticking together.
You
We
are-
don't want to leave you alone over there.
So there's a tower on one side, the big building on the other side. You guys are on one of those little like connector paths that have like it's like a shorter roof. It's just like on the inside it would usually be like a hallway, or it's just used to finish out a wall to make out an area. And that's kind of what you're on. So like it's not as high as like the tower or the building.
Okay.
It's like maybe halfway.
Alright.
Is
So
there
yeah, there's
snow on
anywhere
the
else to go.
ground?
Sorry, what was the question?
Is there snow on the ground in the courtyard?
All over.
All over. How thick is the snow on the ground in the courtyard?
Sorry, what was the question?
How thick is the snow?
It's I'd say it's a good 2 inches.
Lily's gonna lean down to Anira and ask her what she hear. What do you hear? Because she notices that she's trying to listen in on the other side of the door.
I don't understand.
Okay.
I
so Lily's
hear.
gonna...
Can I at least tell how many voices I hear? Like 2 to 3.
Yeah, I'd say that you can say that you can hear 3 different voices, and they're speaking in a very almost like I don't want to say growling, but it's almost like dark toned, if that makes sense.
Rock, what language you know?
Only Elvish and Common.
You're no help.
No.
Sombra, do you
So-
know any languages?
I know
Lily's
several.
gonna...
I do too. I know goblin, orc.
Ooh, you
I know
come.
6.
Oh my god.
Orc,
That's
you
like
come.
pretty much all of
All
them.
right.
I know
17.
Common, Elvish, Abyssal, Undercommon, Draconic, and Dwarvish.
Sombra, stay out of sight of the dogs.
17 to
I
come down.
can't.
Is that okay?
It's not a whole lot of places I could put my token there.
I move.
All right. Now I get near the door and listen. Do I hear anything that I recognize?
Nope, it is one of the languages you do know.
Okay, so I wave to the next person to try to.
Lily's
Yeah.
gonna walk over and try next.
I'm still kind of on Sombra's back right now.
And mine are again, common, elvish, abyssal, undercommon, draconic, and dwarvish.
I have infernal.
Yeah, you
Draconic and Elvish.
also don't understand anything. And as you guys keep shuffling around and making some sounds as you guys each come down the ropes and everything, and it's just getting really crowded, so natural bumping and kind of like sliding against the wall is happening. And
Ouch, that's my foot.
so I'm gonna give everyone a fair chance. So everyone roll stealth real quick.
Ugh.
God.
Oh,
There,
no.
Maya.
No!
That's disadvantage for me and
Yep, if
me
you
and
have,
Yeah,
Lily.
that's me
I got
as
a
well.
nat 20.
Advantage.
Oh yeah,
22.
who has the scale armor now again?
I'm
I
not wearing it yet.
Okay, not
No.
wearing it yet. Okay,
Yeah.
That's an 8 from me.
okay,
I got a nat 20.
I got
okay. That 20.
14 with
and
disadvantage.
To be fair, I'm being
14.
carried right now, so I'm probably
Nat
not making
1.
any noises, because I'm being carried.
Rock, are you still carrying? Or I'm sorry, Sombra, are you still carrying Via?
Am I? No, yeah, Via said that she's still on me, so I'm gonna drop her.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get back on my pillow. Because, I mean, yeah, you still had to scale down and everything,
I would
so...
Yeah.
imagine at this point you know how to land on your pillow.
Yeah, fair enough, alright.
So I
The pillow
have
just
a,
magically goes underneath you and poof.
I have an issue.
So
I rolled a
with-
19 for myself plus 3, so I got 30, well, a 22. But I rolled for Nyx too because I wasn't sure if you wanted me to roll for her,
Mhm.
and she got a 9.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, we have a nat 1 in the house and an 8. So
Crap.
with two people failing, one of them being critical, despite having a nat 20, you guys do make enough noise that it alerts some of the dogs, and they just begin barking like crazy.
And Nyx hasn't seen the dogs yet, so she's gonna react poorly because she's still new to this world after being summoned. So she's gonna like crouch down and start growling.
If anyone is looking, the kid's gonna get startled and jump up, his sword in hand. He's gonna be shaking a little bit as he sees where the dogs are looking, and he turns and he just lays eyes on Anira and Lara, who are just standing there.
Anira's gonna immediately step forward with her hands up, saying that it's a kid, and
I'm
say,
gonna do the
no
whole.
harm.
I'm gonna do the whole,
Stand
you know,
up.
finger to the lips thing. Quiet. Shh.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Anira just like, how thick is this wall barrier between like here and him?
It's like a fence.
How high is the fence?
It's
Yo.
pretty high. It's about like 8-9 feet. It's to keep the dogs from jumping out.
Why are
Okay.
you in with the dogs? Laura asked softly.
I watch the dogs. They're all still barking like crazy, and I just watch the dogs and I feed them, and I definitely I wasn't sleeping. Don't tell them I was sleeping.
Oh,
If
we
you-
wouldn't. What's your name, son?
Wait, no, hold on. You quiet dogs. We no tell.
It's too late. They'll be here any moment, and you shouldn't be here.
Anira's gonna
Who is they?
growl at that and immediately start taking off running and go this way, guys.
Yeah. Who is they? Laura screams as she comes by the door. Laura says.
Quick
Oh, here
perception
they
check on this door in a rush.
Here they come.
The door opens as you walk up to it. And
Oh no!
Nyx, Lily, Rock, Sombra, were any of y'all gonna move in during this, or are you standing where you're gonna stand?
Oh, rolling initiative.
Indeed.
Nyx. Oh.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
probably be keeping up.
Before we roll initiative, I wanna can I do a hold action?
Sure. I mean,
Since
well,
he
you were,
did warn us. He warned us that they would be here any second.
I have a question.
So I want
I
a
have a
ready
question.
action.
Go ahead.
I just got, I don't know how to pronounce it. Thaumaturgy. Can I read? How far is 30 feet? Can I make a sound come from far away from us to distract them for a little bit? Using my cantrip?
Prestidigitation?
No, thaumaturgy.
I
yeah.
know, I
Right.
know
They
what
already
you're
saw us.
going for, but there's like 5 dogs that barked. Like the alert system went off.
That's fair.
I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't
Okay.
know if throwing your voice is gonna do much.
We
Okay.
tripped the alarm.
Darn it. So, I guess I'll join too. Am I supposed to stop moving?
Hold, yep. Alright, hold
Okay.
on. All good? Well, I mean, you had a chance to move. I don't know if you moved. You were able to move like you were gonna. But, alright. Turn. Everyone's on there. Rock, Sombra, Lara, you're probably gonna be doubled. Let me find you. Sombra, Rock.
I ran up the top of the stairs here.
Fair.
I assume those are stairs.
Yes, they are stairs.
Also, Chat goes on the same turn as I do, so you can eliminate him from the turn order.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
I need to look at my dragon really quick because I don't know.
Make sure this
Do I roll initiative for Nyx?
I usually play that anything that's like a summoned or chained to you, like a creature, just goes right after you. I find it
Okay,
to be cleaner. So,
that's fair.
all right, I got some rolling to do. What's their plus? I love that they randomized it. Since I highlighted them all at the same time, the order that they're in is kind of randomized, so I can just click it in order. I'm not worried about that.
Are we really fighting the kid?
That's your choice.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky, he says.
Hey now.
Where I come from, children warriors too.
Oh my goodness.
He fights us.
If there's one place that the answer is never what you expect, it's a D&D table.
That's fair.
He's actually a 100-year-old wizard.
I
Oh,
mean,
that
in the
mentioned.
last campaign I was in, we literally hogtied and dragged a child for like 5 miles.
She
Oh my
bragged.
god.
It's kind of vicious.
Jesus.
I mean,
I was the only person against it, and I was the chaotic one.
I mean, if you heard the details, it might make a little more sense, but they did do that, so.
We did do that.
He did do that. Okay.
It's one of those things where, like, the context helps, but, like, not really enough, to be honest.
Not
really.
enough for it to be like reasonable.
Not for enough for you
makes
to
it
be
worse.
like, oh, of course I would have done the same. Like, you probably wouldn't have done the same.
You probably wouldn't have. It was not a good reason.
I don't
While
know if
we're
anybody
waiting for
had the displeasure of scrolling through the initiative order real quick. Just think how many of them there are.
I had to scroll to get to
I'm
mine.
not
So yeah, there's a
looking,
lot.
I'm scared.
But while he's rolling, I wanted to apologize for being late, guys. I
It's unacceptable.
You're
was
fine.
driving for Uber Eats, and my last order ended up being like 30 minutes away.
Well,
Yeah, no worries.
the good news is that you could work on yourself from here. You know, you can.
God, that is a long
Trying to
order
make
list.
some money.
27 in
Jeez.
the order list. Holy cow!
It's my kid's birthday tomorrow. I'm just trying to get enough money to give him a fun birthday. Jeez.
At least hopefully they give you a suitable tip for being so far away.
Oh, I need to check and see if that deposit. They hold the Uber Eats holds the tip for an hour.
They should just keep it.
So what they so that you don't go back and egg their house if it's like $1 or something. I mean,
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Don't order
Uh,
food
oh.
if you're not at the tip. Throws at your door.
Sounds like it was a good tip.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It
here's your
was.
dog. A whack.
Via, you have a better dex.
I gotta say the
That's almost
DoorDash
a
people
$9
fight-
tip.
Yeah. Oh, nice. The DoorDash people fight over me because I live in the middle of town and I always tip well. So it's a quick delivery and I tip well. So it's like
Yeah.
I keep on getting like the preferred dashers and stuff because like me.
Sombra, can you
Aw.
give me a d20? Just a flat roll. You gotta beat a 9. You did not.
That's a negative.
Alright. Alright, that's fine. Anira, I'm pretty sure your dex is better. Yeah, of course it is. So,
I have a good dex.
you go up. Alright, alright.
Wait.
Lara, I know you have a better dex. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. And then Rolk, I don't know how your dex is. It's better than his, so.
Oh.
Good enough.
Nick disappeared from the turn order.
Yeah, because he just goes off to your turn. So.
Oh, okay.
He's just part of your turn, so.
Sure.
Okay. Got everyone in here now. So, you guys, looks like we are, we're starting with him. Alright.
Did we ever decide whether I can get my, since the store's about to open, my ready to action since he warned us?
See, the reason I hesitated because you said you were going to go open the door. So I don't know
Well,
if you
no, I was checking the door. I didn't say I was gonna open it.
Alright, I'll let you have a held action.
Okay.
Alright. So yeah, the door to the really all four sides open up, and a couple people wearing some strange masks, all of them wearing the same type of masks, start coming out.
Oh, great. Cultists.
This dog just starts running up and down, barking.
How
Via
tall
your-
are they? Question.
Human height between 4'5" and 6'5". Via, you get to kick it off.
Oh, yay! I love having high rolls. Okay, so, Alright, what would I do here? What would I do here? I guess I would, I guess I can only do Eldritch Blast from here, so let me just go right here, and then Eldritch Blast the guy I can see. Nira. Yes, so that is a dirty 21 to hit. Which I'm assuming hits.
Yes, a 21 does hit.
Okay.
You're Eldritch Blasting this guy. Okay. Yeah, do your 1d10 plus. Well, did you take agonizing?
Yes.
Yeah, you switched to it. Alright.
I am hitting this guy.
Alright, so yeah, 1d10 plus 4, please.
Yes, so that is 12 damage.
Alright. That Eldritch Blast comes blasting out, and it strikes him, and he just immediately falls dead to the ground.
Okay.
Nice.
Great. In that case, I can't do anything else, so I'm just gonna kind of stare at him for a second.
As you're looking at him, his whole body just gets covered in ice, almost like slowly, but his whole body gets frozen.
Cool. And then I'm just gonna go right here. And then that'll be my turn.
Do that instead.
Ooh, that was okay.
Since their body freezes, they're gonna be there. So, but yeah, you witness it too. His whole body, including what he's wearing, his weapon, all gets encapsulated in ice after he falls. Another dog runs back and forth, barking. Sombra, you're up.
Judging by that kid's reaction, doesn't really seem to like these guys. So Sombra's going to shout to him. Hopefully he can hear me over the sound of like the barking dog. She's just going to say, "We're trying to help. Keep that gate closed." And then she's going to move over here, sword and shield out, and then swing at the dude to my right.
After you say that, he's just gonna be nervously looking around, kind of looking at the party and looking at the people in the masks.
I'll take it. 15.
15, that does hit. Which of the three are you
13
hitting?
there. The one on the right.
One on the right. You bring your sword down, and it does a nice cleave straight through him, and he falls dead to the ground, shortly after he hits the ground, the same thing happens where his body just begins to get encapsulated in ice.
Excellent. And I'm hoping. Am I like blocking the door effectively right here?
Yeah, pretty well.
Okay, cool. And then yeah, that's my round.
All right. The one north of you, it looks like it's his turn, and so he raises his scimitar, he brings it down, and that is not great. It's a 10.
Nope.
Yep, I figured. Um, Another dog moving around, barking, but doesn't able to do anything. This one down here is gonna step over his frozen friend, bring his scimitar up, and bring it down on Anira. Anira does a 9 hit, even worse.
No,
All right, then Lily, it's
not
your
even
turn.
close.
I know, I'm aware. But Lily, it's your turn.
Okay, so I am going to first cast Zephyr Strike.
hmm
What do I roll? A d20 first?
I don't think you roll anything for Zephyr Strike. I think it just adds on to your attack. Right?
Okay, cool.
Oh, you win.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Your movement does not provoke opportunity attacks, and
I get an extra 30 feet of movement.
once before the
And
spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. The attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage. Whether you hit or miss, the walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of that turn. So you only get the extra 30 feet when you use the thing, but you only get to use it once.
Zephyr Strike.
Mhm.
Well, hang on. Okay, so
Once
I
before
have to
this.
use.
Yeah, once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. That attack roll will get an extra 1d8 force damage. And then whether or not that hits or misses, it's used up, and you get an extra 30 feet walking speed on the turn that it is used.
Before I use that, let me make sure I'm near enough an enemy
But as long as you
to
have it, you
benefit
don't.
from that.
But regardless, as long as you have this spell on, you don't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay. Well, and it only lasts a minute, right?
Yeah, as long as you're concentrating on it.
Okay.
There are walls in both the ways that
Yes.
you're looking.
So I'm gonna hold that actually because I can't get to an enemy to use the extra 30 yet.
Well, you have a bow. You can definitely reach any enemy you want.
Oh yeah.
You can just step out a little bit and
Yep.
then aim anywhere.
So I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike,
Yep, but this actually is Zephyr Strike.
and
Alright, from there you can
I'm
see
gonna
this
shoot
guy.
this first guy right here.
And you can also see the 6 coming from the other side of the courtyard.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know if you can see the highlighted. Is it highlighting it?
I don't see anything highlighted. Where you hit
Can
it?
you unlock the door, please? The
This guy?
the first guy of the 3 on the far end of the hallway. The
This guy?
one in advance. Yes, that one.
Okay, go for it.
That's what I'm gonna shoot.
Regular shot, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Well, I'm gonna use the Zephyr Strike with the
You're
extra.
using the thing. Okay, so you get advantage on this then.
Okay. What does advantage do? I
You
roll
roll
twice
the
and get
you
the
roll
higher
D20.
number.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And I rolled a 7 and 11 plus my attack bonus is 7, so that's an 18. Does an 18 hit?
18 does hit. Go ahead and do your damage,
Sweet.
which will be let's see, should be 1d8 plus your Zephyr Strike damage of 1d8, so 2d8 plus 3.
That's 2, 6, and 3. 11 damage.
11 damage. Alright, so yeah, you get a very nice headshot on this guy. He
Nice.
falls, and he also gets encapsulated by the ice. Um,
And I'm gonna move somewhere.
you have 30 extra feet of movement. You're welcome to use it to go wherever you like.
I'm going to stop here and try to keep this gate closed, if at all possible. And then that ends my turn.
Anira, you were up.
Alright, well,
I forgot Nyx.
Oh, Nyx. Anira, you gotta wait. Nyx.
okay.
Alright, I'm gonna put them in the turn order to help you out.
Thank you.
But yeah, go ahead. What's Nyx doing?
Okay. Nyx is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. She can't do any fire breathing yet. She has to bite, and she's not near enough anybody to attack. So she's gonna come over here and glare at the dogs because she's a very intimidating dragon. And she's gonna hold a bite in case somebody approaches her.
Alright, fair enough. Speaking of forgotten little critters, Via, did you want Chet to do anything? Is it Chat or Chet?
Me. Yeah, it's chat.
Chat. Okay. But yeah, do you want Chat to do anything? Because we forgot to do anything for Chat.
He doesn't need. He's just gonna stay right there for a little bit.
Okay, then yeah, Anira, now it's your turn.
Okay. Finally. Anyways, obviously I'm going to, let's see. I already have my, comment out, so I'm gonna use it to attack this first guy in front of me and
Okay.
swing at him.
Go for it.
Does a nat 20 hit?
No.
Okay.
It's 2d6 plus 8.
Yep. That's an 18.
18 damage. Okay. Well, you would you like to say how you killed this guy?
In a action of glory, she is going to slam down the sharp end of the pick into the side of his neck after making a jump.
Okay. Well, after you do that, he falls to the ground and gets covered in ice. The ice is a rapid covering that happens right when they fall.
And immediately on impact, I'm gonna turn and swing at this guy.
Alright, go for your unarmed attack.
Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit, yes.
Okay. So that would just be a regular 1d6, since it's not crit. Oh, okay, that's 10 damage.
10 damage is enough to, to be a very lethal punch as you pretty much break this guy's neck. How'd you do 10 damage? You said unarmed? It should be 1d4 plus 4.
No, I did, I used, a key attack.
Oh.
To attack with my weapon again.
Okay. That's fair. Okay, well
so
then, yep.
I just took 2 out, and then I'm going to move to, well, yeah, I'm gonna move to, let me see. I'm gonna run to here, and that'll end my turn.
Alright. Lily, you feel the gate get pushed on pretty hard from the dogs as they keep ramming the gate as they run around, barking still. 5, 10, 15.
Do I need to roll anything, or I can't roll till my turn, can I?
Well, there's nothing to roll about, but yeah,
That's fair.
you just feel that the gate is being knocked against.
Okay.
And then he's gonna hold his action, I guess. More dog running around. 5, 10, 15,
There's
20,
so many
25,
of them.
30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright. Laura, you are up. You are.
Can I?
That part of the wall is a solid, I would say it's about 15 feet up.
Okay. Can I have an arrow shot over the dog pens and these things to get the furthest guys?
Um,
Can I
the
do that from
dog,
that height?
the dog pin is roughly like 8 feet high, so you'd be a little hard. But if you take like 2 steps south, you will have a
Okay.
clean shot.
Okay, I'll do that then. And then I cast Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
And I cast it, and I'm going to shoot for this guy right here.
Alright. Thorns.
18 plus. Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit, so each creature within 5 feet of it makes a dex save. Alright, and you hit the one in the back, so there's one other person with him. So that dex save is a 5 on the die, so he's going to fail. So 1d10 for the man in the back, and then your regular, was it 1d8 plus 5? Or 4? 4?
Yes, I had
3.
3.
1d8 plus 3.
So that'd be 6 for the regular damage, and then I rolled a 7 on the d10.
Okay.
The
Neither
target
one.
of the attack, and each creature takes it. So the guy that I targeted also gets that damage as well
Oh,
for
he
the
also
Hail
gets
of
it?
Thorns.
Oh,
Yep,
well then
the
in that
spell
case,
says, yeah.
the initial arrow just gets him like in the upper right shoulder, which does some good damage. But it's the hail of thorns that follows suit behind the single arrow that causes multiple impacts onto him and the guy behind him. The guy behind him is wounded with multiple arrows kind of jutted out of him, but he is still standing, able to keep walking. And you would even from that distance, you can see the ice forming around the guy.
Okay, since I'm a Dread Ambusher, I'm going to take another arrow shot at the guy that is remaining standing.
Okay, go for it.
13 plus 18 to hit.
18 does hit, yes. Go ahead.
7 damage. Or 7 plus 3, 10.
Alright, and you finish that guy off so that they both fall and ice up right down there at the end.
Ice, ice, baby. Alright, intern.
Ice. Rock, you are up.
Yes, I will. Seeing Sombra behind us, I will turn and shoot a guiding bolt at which one? This one on the left here.
Okay.
Uh, 23.
23 hits.
Okay. 12 damage.
12
I don't know why it
damage.
says 0,
That's okay.
but it rolled.
It's
rolled
this guy,
12.
right? This guy, right?
Yeah, the one on the left there by Sombra.
That's what I was just verifying. Yeah, that guiding bolt smacks him, and that radiant damage just flows straight through him, and he just falls to the ground, icing up right after he hits the ground.
All right, and then I will tell Sombra, you got this last one, and I will go, I guess, just up to here.
Oops.
That'll end my turn.
The dog be running around. Let's see. This guy, he's still alive. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to hold action. He's dead. He's still alive. Alright, so the last one that's standing in front of Sombra is going to go for a scimitar attack against Sombra. That is another 10. Same exact thing last time, Sombra.
Lucky me.
No hits. Last time they tried to attack you, they got a 10.
Nah, I'm not complaining.
It's now the kid's turn, and he sees all the guys dropping, and he just kind of like crouches down, kind of like hugging his sword. Meanwhile, the dogs are still going crazy, running around, barking. Via, it's your turn.
Oh, me. Okay, yeah. All right. Fuck. Okay. Where am I? Yeah, I'm right there. Okay, so I will go ahead and Eldritch Blast that one near Sombra.
You'll take at least 2 steps forward, because he's a little bit blocked by a wall from you.
I can just do that, honestly.
You know that does work as well. So yeah, you can do
Okay.
that. Go ahead.
All right. Is a dirty 22 hit?
That does. Go ahead, do your 1d10 plus 4, please.
All right. That is so 8 damage.
This Eldritch Blast smacks him dead in the chest. He gets this necrotic-looking burn mark on him, but he is still able to keep standing.
Ooh.
Great. Right.
Anything else?
Fine. There we go. I'm going to do this and go about 5, 10 more right here.
Okay.
And then since Chat's on my thing, it doesn't count as his walking speed, and I'm gonna sick Chat on him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's a dead body, but technically he has 30 feet flying speed, so let's just pretend he's flying. And he's gonna
Okay.
go for a stinger attack.
Alright, go for it.
Okay. Ugh. What do pseudo dragons have for their plus?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. Alright. So in that case, that is a 18 to hit.
18 does hit, and so after you hit him with the blast and he didn't die, you send Chat forward and he goes in and stings him with his tail, which causes him to just kind of fall back, and as soon as he hits the ground, he begins to get encapsulated in the ice.
Cool.
God damn it.
Alright.
Sombra, you're up.
Hold on, I threw a wrench. 5, 20. If I move to this spot, can I see any of them?
You didn't use a diagonal, so if you use a diagonal...
I did.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I did.
See it.
I
see
did. First one.
it. Yeah, I'd say you can see this bottom one over here.
Well, I'm guessing he doesn't have to be alive for this. Now that I can see his face and like whatever mask, can I like discern what kind of like cult or religion he's part of?
If you want to use your bonus action, do a religion check as you, or maybe a perception check to look over their body. You're welcome to do that.
Perception. I think it's the higher of the two. Nope, that's an 8.
Yeah. So as you give a quick look, all you see is strange garbs and his weapon and everything, but there's no sign of their religion aspect.
Okay, I'll just blast out whatever one I can see. 11.
11 does not hit. It flies
Okay.
right over and it smacks the wall in the back behind them.
Alright, that's my round.
Alright. Dogs keep barking. Lily, you're up. Lily, you there?
Lily?
Yep. Sorry, I was trying to unmute. I had to move to a different room because my child snuck out and then tried to lock me in my bedroom.
Okay.
Um.
Oh, no, the response. That's crazy. It's ridiculous.
I didn't know your child was also playing D&D.
What now?
But yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to aim for the guy who's slightly ahead of the other three, or the other two.
Alright.
My Zephyr Strike is no longer active, right?
It is, except, well, not like the extra ability, though. You just don't provoke opportunity attacks.
I rolled a 6 plus 7, 13. Does a 13 hit?
13 does hit. Go ahead and do your 1d8 plus
Cool.
3. Alright.
No. 1d8 plus
Yep.
3. So plus 3 is 5 total.
5 damage, yeah. You get a solid arrow that just kind of hits him right in the gut, but he's not down. He's just injured. Anything else for Lily?
I don't think.
What about Nyx? Anything for Nyx?
Next. Nope, she's just gonna continue to glare at the dogs.
Alright.
I do want to let y'all know that as long as we survive this battle, which I'm sure we will, I have speak with animals, so I can
Anira?
talk to the dogs after we're done.
Alright. Anira, you're up.
Alright, well, we're gonna start with this guy.
Okay. So,
That's gonna be
do your
a.
movement first, please.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you get close, both of the ones that are holding the action are going to swing their scimitar at you. That is a, what was their plus again? We got a 16 and a 22. Do either hit?
The 22 hits.
Alright. So you dodge one, and the other one's bringing his blade down at the same time, and you kind of just accidentally lean into it, and you take 4 damage as he barely carves part of your arm.
That's nothing. Alright. Which one actually hit her?
The south one hit you.
Alright, well, she's gonna focus on him first and swipe at him for 23 hit.
23 does hit.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That'll be 9 damage.
Alright, that is just enough to be a lethal swipe with your Kama, and he'll fall to the ground, getting encapsulated in ice the moment he hits the ground.
And then I'll use one more key point to turn and do the same to the next guy for a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 does hit.
That's gonna be 4.
4 damage? The unarmed
No,
strike,
no,
right?
no. I was looking at the plus, like 4 as an FOR, not FOUR.
Oh,
That'll be 7 damage.
7 damage. Very solid punch into this guy. But he's still up. Anything else for an air?
I believe that's it from me.
Alrighty. More dog barking from the kennel, but they're stuck inside, so this guy's gonna go to the behind you to get this advantage, and he's going to swing his scimitar. Wow, with advantage, that is a 7.
That's no.
So Lara, it's your turn.
Which of the two surrounding Anira is the most damaged? Visibly damaged.
The one that is behind is the one that you saw take an arrow to the stomach, and the one in the front you saw Anira landed a punch against.
No, I
Okay.
stabbed him.
So I'll take the one in the behind her, I guess, just the one that's closest to me.
Okay.
For an arrow shot.
Go for it.
And 15.
15 hits. Go ahead and do your damage.
5.
Alright. That arrow with his back turned, you managed to get it through the back of his neck, and after a moment he falls and gets encapsulated in ice.
Okay, that'll be it for me then.
Rock, you're up.
Okay, geez, I guess there's not much left. Rock will come forward, probably to here, and I imagine shoot his crossbow at the remaining, whatever cultist guy thing.
Okay, go for it.
Ooh.
A 7
7?
is gonna miss.
Okay. That will probably end my turn.
Alright, that means he gets one last chance to hit Anira with his scimitar, and that is a 22.
Well, you know that hits.
Yep. So that is going to be 3 damage. Once again, he only gets a bit of a cut on you, but nothing deep. That kid doesn't do nothing. Via, you are up.
Yippee! Okay, let's see here. So, first off, I'm going to have chat come back to my lap or whatever.
Mhm.
And then 5, 10. I can see the last guy from over there, right?
Right.
From here?
Mhm.
Okay. Eldritch Blast to that guy.
Go for it.
Alright. It's an 18 without modifiers. Does that hit?
Yep. Your Eldritch
Okay.
Blast goes out, and it does a hell of an impact as he falls to the ground almost right after it gets hit, and he gets encapsulated in ice. Now you guys all just stand in this courtyard with a bunch of frozen bodies around you, the dogs barking, and a scared kid in the kennel.
Lily's gonna immediately cast Speak with Animals.
Why did they freeze instant like that?
Do I
Okay.
need to roll anything for that, or is it
Are
just
you,
automatic?
just one second. Rock, were you asking someone that?
I was just asking in general, just out loud, as
Oh,
Rolf,
okay.
just like, why did they freeze like that?
There is no roll for Speak with Animals, you just cast it. So.
Okay, Lily is going to cast Speak with Animals. She's going to talk to the dogs. First, she's going to try and calm them down.
As soon as you do Speak
Do
with
I need to-
Animals and you can understand them, they're all just yelling, intruder, 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 and they're just running around.
So, I don't know if I need to cast
Via
animal
rolled
hand
here.
like.
Sorry, 1 second, Via. Go ahead, Lily.
I don't know if I need to roll for animal handling or persuasion, but I'm going to try to convince the dogs that we're here to heal their master.
Let's do persuasion on that.
Okay. Ooh, 19.
Alright, with a 19, they'll begin to calm down and they'll just say, intruder, help master? No, intruder bad, all intruder bad.
We are trying to help your master, but these people who attacked us were trying to keep us from healing your master.
Those people feed. You feed now?
No. Sure. We have extra food, right?
Yeah, we have rations.
At this point,
Okay.
Via is going to be trying to calm down the kid, because the kid should be calmed down. But
Also, yes.
Well, Via, as you're trying to calm down the kid, he's just looking bewildered at Lily, who is officially just barking back at the dogs.
Lily's gonna give food to the dog that asked for it, and then I'm guessing the other dogs are probably gonna want some too.
Yeah, they're all gonna get all riled up as you start handing in, like, I'm guessing your ration of beef jerky.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
the dogs are gonna start going crazy. And then they're
Once
all gonna
Liz
say,
sees that I'm
you're
getting
just-
along with the dogs,
you're
she's
just
gonna
gonna-
kind of let up a little bit on her growling and come join me.
you're just gonna hear all the other dogs just saying, my peace, give me peace. We all get peace. Hungry, food.
Aura's going to be over investigating these bodies and trying to figure out why they froze immediately. What do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, Sombra's doing the same over here.
History? Make it like a knowledge check, I guess?
Yeah, 17.
17. Okay. Are you a tundra person, or are you grassland forest? You're a forest person.
Forest, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't come from, you're not used to being in the icy area. Okay, so, and what did you get, Rolk? You said you wanted to do it as well?
I hadn't rolled anything yet.
No,
It was
roll-
Sombra.
Sombra did. I got a 12.
12,
Yeah.
okay. So I don't want to change the DC for not knowing this type of terrain and like the things it has on it. So instead I'm just going to say do disadvantage. So roll it one more time and take the lower number.
I assume that's you, Sombra, not me.
No, because you're the one who doesn't know snow terrains and stuff. Sombra's 12, that's low enough to say that he doesn't know.
Yeah.
So.
And also, are these bodies like they're a solid chunk of ice, or is it just like frost over them or something, or like could we like dig through their pockets and stuff?
No, it's almost like
a layer of it.
It's like a solid layer. Like I'd say it's probably
What
like
are we?
an inch or two thick.
What are we rolling? I'd like to try as well to see if
Yeah,
I
I
can
rolled
figure
a
out
16
what
on
these-
disadvantage. if you
16
wanna
on
try
the
that.
disadvantage. So you would know that it has some sort of effect to do with both the terrain and likely something to do with their religious aspect. You're not sure what it's actually called, how long it lasts, or anything like that, but you know that it is particular to this group due to their, well, you would presume their connection, their cultist actions, because they're all wearing the same mask, which doesn't it's not hard to deduce that that's a cult. So,
Right, is there anything of value in any of the bodies in front of me?
you can't you can't check their
Oh, they're
pockets.
frozen? Yeah,
They're
never mind.
all
They're all
frozen.
frozen.
I mean, I technically could, but that's not what I'm working on right now.
So how's the barking going, Lily?
I was actually going to ask you because you're in charge of the dogs, right? I've been feeding them and trying to calm them down.
Right. So did you feed all of them a ration?
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
So that's
Well,
gonna be minus
yes.
yes, minus 6 rations to your stack. So typical players
Okay.
have 10 days of rations. I think you
Okay.
ate one, so you should be down to 3. But
I
anyways,
think I also grabbed some rations from that stronghold we went to, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
oh yeah, you did.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a little
Yeah.
extra, so yeah, you should be fine on the rations. But yeah, so you
Okay.
give them all, and all the dogs calm down. They stop barking, and they're just like, "New friend, you not bad. You feed. Feed is
That's
always good."
right. Now we're going to look around and try and find your master so we can make him healthy again.
Then we go for a run.
I don't see why not. And then she looks over at the little kid and asks if they're allowed to go for a run.
They're they're the dog sled team. It's how the people get around outside of Care. So
I will tell them to stay close.
I guess they could go. I mean, I was kind of stuck here, so. Via, you were talking to him as well.
Yeah, I was just trying to. The moment's passed now, but I was mostly just trying to calm him down and just tell him like it's all right. We're not gonna hurt you. Like we were just trying to help you out here.
Yeah, I mean,
That stuff.
yeah, he was definitely, it did help him calm down, but watching Lily suddenly start barking back at the dogs just threw him out of the scared elements.
Now we find out why he's literally in the doghouse.
Oh. So Lily's going to turn back to the dogs and let them know that they're allowed to run as long as they stay within the building, like the compound area. They can run around inside. Since they also need to stay for their master, we don't want them to get lost.
You open door? You open gate?
Yes, as long as you stay in the building.
What is building?
Don't go outside the door.
What is door?
She's going to point to the big door that's closed.
How I go out if closed?
We're going to leave eventually after we heal them. You just have to stay in here.
Okay.
Okay, so she's going to open the door.
As soon as you do,
Well-
they're all gonna just run out.
Well, while all of this is happening, Anira has been checking out this door and has opened it.
That's fair enough. I think before I will do that in a second. But Lara, did you want to ask the kid a question? I think you sound like you had a question for him.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to know why he was literally in the doghouse.
Yeah, you can go up and ask him. I've been here for about a month, and I've been tasked with menial chores all over this place for those weird cult guys.
What did you do before that?
Well, I don't know. I was kind of stowed in a crate for supplies, and it got delivered to the castle. It's not where I thought I was going, but I'm here now, and it's been a while, and they have me watch dogs because I am dog too.
Okay. We're kind
Your
of
dog?
reaches over, leans over to Via and says, "This kid's a little special, so, you know." to be gentle with him.
Well, I was assuming that, yeah, but
Well, well, are, do you have tasks for me too, or what do we do here?
Lily's been watching the dogs run around. She's gonna look over because she's also been listening and ask the kid, "Where did you come from before you were stowed away?"
I don't, I didn't have home. I just, I just traveled until I had a place to be. I guess I got that here in a way.
Oh, you can come out of the kennel if you want, and then we'll take you down to the village when we're done.
You'll do the same to me what you did to them.
No, we're talking to you, aren't we? We didn't talk to them.
I guess so.
so come on out. Yeah.
You can stay there if you want.
And that
It's
got
up to
less
you.
convincing
You have a
view.
choice. I'm not gonna make you come out. If you feel safer in there, you can stay.
He'll just come over to the open gate and just kind of stand at it. Well, I guess I'll have to figure out where to go here, but I, I guess it's nice not to be told what to do by the strange ones.
What can you tell us about the strange ones?
Well, they didn't tell me much, and they spoke in that strange, scary language a lot. But I know that they called themselves the Black Swords, or like Knights of the Black Swords. They spoke a lot of that Levistus. I don't know what Levistus is, but it sounds gross.
Yeah,
I
I tend
think
to agree with you there.
Levistus is that one.
Yeah, it was a guy in
thing.
the tower.
Yeah. Do you know anything about a guy in a tower?
I know that the one guy lives here. The chronic the weird guy that's always yelling around this place.
Oh.
Well, he's
Have
used
you
to. He was the I think they called him a speaker. He would tell people news and all that.
Yeah, have you
Oh.
seen him lately?
I I I only see the dogs because this is where they put me.
Yeah.
He'll be actively shivering out here. He'll know if you notice he's wearing like barely what you would call winter clothing.
We should get you someplace warm. Do we have any extra furs or anything? I don't.
I don't. Um.
I can't remember. Did I sell all of mine? I think I did.
Yeah.
Anira, do you think you could temporarily let go of some of your clothes?
Oh, I'm not paying attention to you guys. I've been doing something else this entire time, but once I come back, I'm sure she would.
Are any of
Yeah.
these towers that we cleared, are any of those heated? Can you go in there and get a little warmer, maybe?
You did see torchlights flickering in all of them.
Okay.
Question. Nyx can't breathe fire yet, but is she warm enough that being near her is warming?
I don't think so. Not until she can do stuff with fire.
Okay.
So to tell Anira what she's looking at since she opened that door. In here is what looks to be was a once grand hall, and it's kind of dimly lit by a couple chandeliers that are missing most of their candles. There's three long tables at the center of the hall that are littered with just dirty dishes, and there's a stone staircase that ascends to a pair of 20-foot high balconies that hug the walls. On the north landing, directly across from the main entrance, hangs a banner depicting the town's heraldry, a stone watchtower on a dark blue field with a horizontal red fish facing the right under the tower. I believe I have a handout for that, if I can find it.
Well, while you look on that, she's gonna go ahead and come to this first door and kick it down.
Oh, before we do that, can we maybe take a break?
Yes, I was actually gonna say we're gonna take 5 here before we take
Okay.
it. I just wanna find
Okay.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna just keep going. That's why I was like, we'll come back to Anira. And as soon as I give her a chance, she takes a Nora down. I'm like, I knew it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I wasn't like trying to interject or anything, because I knew they wanted to get through their stuff first. I knew you would. I knew you'd come back to me eventually.
That's how I do.
Okay. Break? 5-minute break?
Yeah.
Alright.
Good old 5-minute break. Man, I know I saw it earlier. Well, I'm gonna get my coffee while we're on this break. For a second. So you guys like your castle? I am kind of glad y'all went this way, because y'all could have gone a couple other ways. And I had this all set up, so. Alright, let's find that banner.
You mean the party did what you wanted it to for once?
For real. Usually I set things up and it just gets ignored.
Oops.
I am not sorry.
It's okay.
We have fun. No need to be sorry.
My Thursday crew is the biggest culprits of it, to be honest. So.
Is that Saltmarsh or the other one?
It's Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Ah. Oh, it's the Mad Mage. Of course it's them then.
Yep. Because they can go literally any direction. So I usually set up like 2 directions, and then they go the third way, and I'm like, great, taking the 5 right now.
Where'd you Blue?
There it is. There's the symbol. That's the heraldry of the town.
What? Why? Well, it's got a dock. Never mind. There. That's probably why there's a fish.
Yep.
Whoosh.
That's what's on the flags and all sorts of things. Whenever they say the Denival heraldry, that's what you're looking at.
Yeah, Anira could not care less.
I'm sure.
There's something fishy about that heraldry.
Haha, they said the thing.
I got that. Took me a sec.
I'm wondering how many people actually knew that reference about Anira in the well was a Lassie reference.
Oh.
Lassie would always go off and did Timmy fall down the well? Yeah.
Man, am I just old? That was the only reference I could think of. Is there another reference? Is there?
Yeah. That's what I said. I don't know how many people actually got that because that's not, a recent series at all.
Whether it was known that it came from Lassie or whether we just assumed that Anira likes to go down wells.
You know what I call it whenever
That was so perfect.
whenever I find out like I find out like my wife hasn't watched like a movie, like a very classic movie like Good Will Hunting or something. I just be like, we gotta culture you, give you a culture movie, because that's what it is. You don't know what Good Will Hunting? Come on,
Pop culture, but
Read
it's
a-
still culture.
yeah. Pop culture is important these days. It's like the whatever people would argue that you don't need to learn computers in the 90s. Look at those people now. Don't know what a PDF is.
Yeah, that's true.
Same difference. Yeah, I know pop culture references because it's brought up everywhere. So,
I don't know.
did we lose?
At a certain point in time, though, you get off I get off the pop culture train. You're like, nope, don't care anymore. It's all repeating itself. Same thing with
Well,
fashions.
there is only what is it? 28? No, 34. How many storylines? There's only so many storylines. How many storylines are there? I think it was. There's only 36 plots. That's what it was. There are 6 basic plots and 36 total types of plots.
Well,
So yeah, that's why it feels a little repeating after a while.
there was only one on Lassie.
Sorry.
See,
Well-
repetitiveness makes me feel safe though because I'm autistic, and so I'll like reread or rewatch or re-listen to the same thing over and over again, or I'll just like devour media that's similar to something I know I already like. It's very comforting.
We lost Via. Are they okay? Oh, they gotta go. All right. Well, I don't know that. Well, they were here for the big part, I guess. Let me fix my camera.
Oh, Via had to take off, darn.
Yeah, Via had to go.
I'm not gonna lie, I might need to dip too. I don't feel very good.
Really?
Kind of just had to take the extra long little breaks, and that might be it for me for this week.
I mean, I'm not gonna try to force you to stay, but if 2 people go.
Well, I could stick around. I'll just probably just sit with my headphones on. Probably not chat much though.
You cool with going just 10 more minutes, and then I could just owe you guys 30 minutes,
Yeah.
which I could break into 2 15 minutes. If that works, give you guys 10 more minutes to
Yeah.
look around real quick. That way,
Sounds good to me.
anything you guys have in your mind that you wanted to do, we can go ahead and knock that out. So,
Well,
no.
I think Rock would have just been following Anira to see what she's up to in here. So
she's
Which
making
is kicking down doors and taking unknown
Yeah.
names.
exactly.
Lily's just
Typical little
watching the dogs run around.
Baby chaos.
I'll give you Anira. I'll go ahead and give you that one as you kick that door open.
Is there anything in it?
So this room has a bit of a setup that looks like it's for possibly servants to rest, bathe, and clean their uniforms in. The furnishings reflect it with, a few cots here and there. There's like a clothesline set up against the wall.
Yeah, she
But-
does not care. She moves on to the next room.
Against the wall, there were 3 crates of torches next to a large stacked pile of cut wood as well in here. If anyone's interested.
Yeah.
Is there anything of value in the room other than the
No.
torches? Okay.
Yeah, she moves on to the next room.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything other than checking these rooms?
Well, I'm doing all of this while they were still dealing with the dogs.
Okay.
I should have at least gotten through 2 rooms while they were dealing with the dogs. In
Right.
theory.
Okay, well. As you approach that door, Anira, you hear the sound of goats bleating. And you kick the door open. And inside you see
Not
2
the
goats.
goats.
And you see
How does that sound?
You see a
What does that sound like, DM?
I don't know. Mystery.
They're mute goats.
Yeah, they lost their voice box. But There's a woman standing in here. You are standing in a kitchen. You can see as you kick the door in and go in, along with the sound of the goats bleeding, you can just reeks of fish. Just overpowers your smell senses. It's just the smell of fish in here. Um,
Anira starts drooling.
Yeah, that's her room. We lost her now. I
um,
want to leave.
As and a quick look around shows that this room is furnished with some stone ovens, a fireplace for roasting skewers of meat and boiling soups, and there's like a wood block countertop set up on either side of the stove, the fireplace stove thing. Uh, there is a portly cook that is busying herself at a table, while Kettle belches steam over a fire in the hearth. Um, I don't know why these two are separated. They are in a kennel. The goats are in the kennel. And yeah, so, but as you kick that door open, she turns around and just kind of puts her hand up. Oh, who enters a room like this? And who even are you?
Anira just looks at her and goes, "Where's Fairy?"
Fairy?
Also, fish smell good. Give fish.
Are you robbing me for fish?
Rob, no, I pay.
Well, I'm trying to make the meals for the people around here. Were you invited?
People dead? Where's Fairy?
Dead? What do you mean by they're dead?
People dead.
You say that like it's a normal occurrence.
She shrugs.
People
They were
don't
weak.
You did this, and you want to buy fish from me. I don't understand. Why would you do this?
They attack first. I defend. I look for Fairy.
I don't know where your little fairies are, but I'm not gonna just sell you the fish.
Listen. Stop sass, or you die too. I want fish and I want Fairy. Plain and simple.
I don't have the fairy, and if you want to rob me for the fish, then
Again, not rob. Purchase.
yeah, how much then?
How much you want?
During this conversation, you guys are free to move about and walk in on this.
Laura's just outside the door.
Why would we stop her though?
Well, all
I didn't
I
say you
heard
stop it. I
was
said walk in on it.
rob me for fish, and I'm just doubled over laughing outside the door.
Sombra, I see that you wanted to kick that door open. Whenever you
No,
do...
I was just listening in on it. I wasn't gonna kick it open.
Well, you
But
don't hear
I
anything.
mean, then I'll open it up in the.
Okay.
If I don't hear anything, then I'll open it. I'm not gonna kick it. I'm not so blunt.
Are you stealth opening or just opening normal?
Sure, stealth opening.
Go ahead and roll stealth then.
Okay, that's not gonna be very good.
Yeah, so Lara Rock, you come up and you see Anira half threatening to purchase or die type of thing going on for whatever reason. And she's just like, well, I have plenty of fish, so if you want to buy them, how much are you? You have to leave some. I must feed Krennic.
Who's Krennic?
Severe. He runs the town usually when he's not sick.
Yeah, he's the speaker,
Yeah,
Laura says.
that's Fairy. That's Fairy. Where's Fairy?
Well, I don't usually get to leave the kitchen. I believe he's upstairs and.
Where?
Upstairs in his quarters, which is where he would belong.
Left, right, middle, up, down?
I said up. I don't. Do you
Up
need...
left, up right, up center?
Upset, apparently.
Up yours?
Anira's gonna pull out her comma and hold it up, like pointing at her. Listen, no games. Give fish, tell where Fairy.
So you are robbing me for fish.
No, I leave money. No rob, no crime. Just tell me where Fairy and give fish.
She'll just kind of like put her finger on the comma.
I don't feel good.
She'll put her finger on the comma as you get close to her. It's a little too late for the no crime. You're pretty active on the crime status.
Okay, you know kid?
Are you threatening the child, though?
No, I ask. Do you know the kid?
Of course I know the kid. He's been here for over a month.
Is he yours?
No.
Okay, cool. She's gonna stab her.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez, that is. You know, I guess roll the hit, but
She pissed me off. That's
pretty
a
messed up.
18.
18 hits. All right, well,
1d6.
Walk, Lara, you both witness Anira just outright kill this poor woman that was just trying to cook some fish.
Anira, what the hell are you doing?
Exactly. What's
She
the
made
heck?
me angry. She no help.
Way
You
too
can't just
far.
stab people because you're angry. You have to wait for them to try to stab you
Head-
because you
head
made them
hurt.
angry. Ugh.
Head hurt.
She's still
No
hungover.
patience.
Anira, this was cold-blooded murder.
Yeah. Wasn't right. Went too far.
I made sure she not mother first.
Oh, like that makes a difference.
Yes. Very
I
much.
guess that's fair, but did you make sure she... I mean, I heard what you said. You only asked her if she was that one kid's mother. You didn't ask her if
You
she
think
had
I care about all children? No.
nieces or nephews or maybe a mother herself, you know. I mean,
Listen, she annoy.
I
you can't just
can't.
murder people because they annoy you, Anira.
Head hurt.
You're going to
But-
get arrested.
No
Head
excuse.
hurt. No care. We just killed
Also,
20 people.
is she actually like dead
Ah,
dead or
yeah,
like
that's-
unconscious
you
making
see.
death saves?
So I did the first time y'all probably ever experienced that. I don't know if y'all were looking at my camera, but I gave you a countdown on how long you had to do any sort of healing that would have saved them.
Oh,
Oh, I had no idea
Yeah, he
you were
does
doing
that.
that.
yeah,
wasn't
I
even-
didn't know that either.
He always does that.
I mentioned it when we all sign up for the game that I do silent
Yeah.
silent time awareness moments. I
Oh.
won't say it, but it'll be like
I
she
will
just
never
got
look.
she just got killed. The timer starts right when that happens. You guys should
Yeah.
be aware that when someone goes down, you have 18 seconds to heal them to stop them from dying.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
over may run out.
Well, I guess that's too late probably now, but
Yeah.
my intention was to give Anira shit pushing past her and try to spare the dying on her.
Yeah,
At
I was gonna
least.
do cure wounds or
Should-
something.
You
That's
should have
okay.
done it while berating. Time
Yeah,
passes,
that's fair.
time passes
That's fair.
by,
That's
right?
fair.
Yeah, Anira
Come on.
grabs a fish off the counter and then walks out and then starts going upstairs.
I'll go over to Lara and I'll be like, I think she's probably crossed the line this time. I don't know.
I don't know.
Sombra, how was that
Anira-
stealth check? Anira, you gotta wait. You've been doing
Yeah.
stuff.
No, you're fine.
I was
Uh,
gonna
an
put the
8.
kid in here under the woman's care, but now we can't do that.
That was an 8.
Oh, you had disadvantage? That's unfortunate.
Yeah, because I'm
Um,
wearing a chainmail.
So you do open the door pretty silently, but you forget about your chainmail. So as you start to open the door, you just hear loud wrinkles as your armor clags around itself.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was more so just like, I'm gonna see if I can open the door quietly. I know that I have the disadvantage on that, so I'm not trying to.
As you finish opening the door that is to the north of this room, it loudly closes shut behind you. As
Is
you
it-
walk in.
Or anything in the room?
Yeah. So
At
this
least to
room.
distinguish what it was.
This room seems to be some sort of den. There's some comfortable furnishings in here, like a nice little couch. There's a furnished place, and there's even a fire actively burning in the hearth over here on the side here.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off. Constantly going.
But yeah, the that's all that's really in here is like a nice couch
Okay.
and the burning fire. And yeah, as soon as you walked in with the rattling and all that, this door closed as you walked in.
Did I possibly hear like a door lock, or like the sound of a lock?
Yes, you do.
Okay. And also, just to reiterate, these are stairs, right? Going up here.
Correct. That
Do I
goes up
do
to
I
the
see like
second
any?
floor.
It goes up to the where?
Second floor?
Okay. So there's like maybe like hallway or something, or like a maybe like a balcony or something up high that I can't see, like a different level.
Yeah. Here,
Or is it
hold
like
on.
doors?
I got you. Hold
Okay.
on. Let me do this.
Ah, okay.
This is the second floor over here.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Well,
But
I think.
I was gonna say, but I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here because Buzz said he was not feeling great, and
Yeah.
so we will pick it up here. Again, I owe you guys
Very
30
good.
minutes, so next week I'll add 15 minutes, and the week after I'll add 15 more minutes. Oh, he dipped. Okay,
Hmm.
let me go ahead.
Oh, you really must not have been feeling well. Poor
Yeah,
guy.
that's why I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and cut it. All right.